Hey everyone, World Championships is almost here. It's going to be exciting, a lot riding on this tournament for a lot of judoka, especially the Japanese guys. So we'll go through the top 8 seeds for under 60 and under 66, and I'll give you guys my picks. There are a couple of dark horses, some guys down in the rankings that might cause an upset, so I'll talk about those guys as well. So the number 1 seed heading into all of this is Yang from Taipei. Standout performer, does really well on the international scene. Podiums all the time, except he has one problem, and that's getting through the Japanese competition. So depending on the brackets, that's going to decide a lot of Yang's future. I think he might be secretly hoping someone else takes out Takato for him. The number 2 seed is Akhaev from Azerbaijan. Very difficult judoka to handle. He's got this Yoko Otoshi Kataguruma that he does. He does it as a counter, he does it as a straight attack as well. Really difficult to handle for a lot of people. He has lost against a lot of Japanese competition, but interestingly, he has not fought Takato, so that'll be a good matchup. I would like to see that one. Number 3 is Lee from Korea. Lee, he doesn't lose too often, and when he does, it's usually against Japanese competition. For example, Takato, he has lost against Takato and Nagayama and Koga Genki. But he's got a pretty good track record against the other guys in the top 8 seeds. One of them being Garrigos, number 4. Garrigos, although he is the 4th seed, he does struggle against kind of the elite competition, the Georgians, the Japanese, the Azerbaijans, and of course, the Koreans. Sadalashvili from Georgia, still only 19 years of age, so he's definitely up and coming. Hasn't fought Takato, but he's got wins, some losses against Garrigos and Yang, and also a win against Akhaev. I definitely think Sadalashvili's is good against Akhaev. Number 6 is Verstraeten from Belgium. One of my favorites to watch at under 60 to be honest, so keep a lookout for him. At 7, we've got Taiwan from Mongolia. Definitely getting up there in age, 27, but his results kind of sporadic, losing against a lot of the high level guys. But you never know, could surprise us just like he surprised Fukuda here. And lastly, number 8 is Takato. Just making it in the top 8 seeds, which is good for him and how the brackets will work. I am picking him to win the thing again. He hasn't lost since 2019. He's just incredible at finding a way to win, always gets a score. His kochigari is ridiculous. I've been on the other end of that before, and I don't think people really appreciate how incredible it is. So he's 29 years of age, but still, he hasn't lost since 2019. Just an incredible run. Although, there are a couple of guys he hasn't fought before. One of those is Sadalashvili, and I really do like Sadalashvili's style as a stylistic matchup against Takato. That would be an interesting one. Although Sadalashvili still really young, and Takato such a veteran, I think he would probably get the upper hand there. The other one is Akhaev. Akhaev, a little bit older, a little bit more experienced than Sadalashvili, and he's got that weird Yoko Otoshi that he likes to do. Although I don't really see Takato getting caught with that. He's just too smart of a judoka, and he can't really do it against his kochigari either. Also, not in the seeds is Smetov. Smetov, just a very elite level competitor, made it to the finals against Takato in the Olympics, and who doesn't want to see this again? Shout out to whoever made that epic montage. And lastly guys, there's one person who I'm including in this list, not in the top 8 seeds, Gion. Gion does have a loss against Takato, lost by Shido at the World Championships last year. But Gion, he just looked really good at the Tokyo Grand Slam, taking out 2 Japanese guys. And he's got all sorts of wins against a lot of the guys in the top 8. So even though he's not seeded there, I definitely do like his chances. So that's under 60 guys. We'll have a look at under 66 now. The number 1 seed, Vieru from Moldova. I mean, Vieru, you just have to watch him whenever he's competing. A really exciting and technical judoka. Yondon Perenli from Mongolia. He had a pretty decent fight against Moriyama not too long ago. So he might be starting to figure out that puzzle, not too sure. Next up is Shamailov from Israel. Really big, strong judoka, gives people all sorts of problems. Margvelashvili from Georgia at number 4. He's great, he's high level, but I think Sadalashvili's got better chances than him in his weight class. Then we've got Abe Hifumi. Obviously, he's going to be the favorite. We all know what everyone's hoping. Everyone's hoping that him and the number 6 seed Maruyama meet in the finals again. I do think Abe has Maruyama's number. I'm not sure if Maruyama's going to beat him if they do meet again, but I really, really would like Maruyama to win, just because it makes the Olympic selection quite interesting. At number 7, we've got Safarov. Pretty decent results these days, but he's getting up there in age, and he also came up from under 60. I'm not too sure. Number 8, we've got Kaya from France. It would be nice to see a French judoka get a medal at the World Championships. I do talk poorly about them and how they're such a big judo country, but just have really bad results in the men's, minus Teddy Raniere. Got to have those caveats to my argument. But yeah, Kaya, he's good. We'll see how far he can take it. So those are the top 8 seeds for under 66. Obviously, there are some really high-level guys who would take gold medals at all sorts of tournaments across the world. But Maruyama and Abe, I think they're just one level above. But at some point, there's got to be an upset. One of these two has to lose at some point. It could be this World Championships. I'm not too sure. Out of the two, I would say Maruyama is more likely to lose. That's just my feeling. And there is someone who I haven't included in this list yet who may actually upset Maruyama. And that's Oboladze Yago from Russia, the 2021 World Champion. Interestingly, he hasn't gone up against Abe or Maruyama. But just look at him, he's a really tall, lanky guy, and this makes it hard to do an Uchimata. You know, you've got all that leg room to go through. But for Abe, he's just got to throw his hips in there. It's easier to do seoi nages and these kind of hip techniques against taller people. So I like this matchup for Abe more than I do Maruyama. And since Oboladze, he's seeded so far down in the list, he's going to be put in a bracket with one of these guys. So Oboladze, you're not sure what condition he's going to be in. Hasn't competed in a while because of the whole Russia-Ukraine thing. He's finally been allowed to compete. I know they've been doing training, I know they've been doing tournaments within Russia, but you just never know if he's got some sort of mat rust on the international stage. So my pick is Abe. I think even against Oboladze, he does really well. Maruyama though, you never know, but still, Maruyama's such a veteran, so experienced. He usually just throws an Uchimata and goes through anyone. So that's it guys, those are my picks. What do you think? Have I missed anyone out? And make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'll be following it all pretty closely. And that's it guys, peace out, I'll see you later.